Hey guys, thanks for watching. This is how to get a job as a political consultant. So one thing we're looking for is experience. Now, before moving up to the consultant kind of strategy upper level, is we look for some lower kind of grassroots level stuff. Maybe you did at least you did canvassing, preferably a campaign manager, somewhere high up in the actual on the ground campaign. And kind of once you get to the top of that, then we bring you over into the world of consulting. The next thing we want to see is good writing capability, because political consultants, most of what we do is communications. So we're either speaking or we're writing. And actually, we want to see good quality on both. We want to see you be able to write, and when we bring you in for an in-person interview, we want to see that you can speak well. But as far as when you submit your resume, we're going to ask for a writing sample, and we want to see some good writing capability. It always helps to have a good degree that's in the field. It's not required. Obviously, if you have experience, that kind of trumps that. But we like to see either a communications degree or a political science degree. Interestingly, sometimes we do take a harder look at somebody that has a hard science or quantitative degree, and that's really it. We want to a lot of times we will start you as unpaid or very low paid, and we want to make sure that you can handle that for a period. So we're gonna interview you and ask you, how are you prepared to deal with this, with being unpaid or being very lightly paid for an initial period before we either recommend you to somebody else to hire on as a fully paid person, or if we keep you as a fully paid person. We also prefer that you are in the area. Now, this again is not required. We also want somebody that can start on a relatively flexible, relatively quick basis, a flexible and quick basis. So if you're working in DC and you want a job in DC, please don't put your permanent home, parents' address or whatever. Put the address of where you actually are, because we're taking that as an indication of, can you come in for an in-person interview, and also kind of how quickly can you get to work in here. But all those things are relatively minor. The big thing is just experience. We just want a little bit of experience and good writing ability. Also, make sure your resume is presentable. So there's a particular way to format your resume. It's called a Koch style resume, as in the Koch brothers. The Koch brothers have a program but during this training, they tell you to format it a particular way. And I'll put a link in the description of how to do a Koch style resume. So a lot of people are gonna like that. Like I said, I don't really care, but a lot of people are gonna like that. You also need to get your resume well circulated. You can have all the credentials in the world, and if you don't get your resume to the right people, it doesn't matter, okay? Links are going to be in the description. I would recommend that you go to the Heritage Job Bank, and get on that. And I would also recommend you check out conservativejobs.com. There are similar services for the Democratic Party as well. And there are even services for the Libertarian Party. Although, let me make this point, you're really going to put off a potential employer if you give the impression that you're only going to give your best for a subset of the clients. So that's what I would say on that. All right, in conclusion, thanks for watching. I hope this helps, and hope to see you out here in DC where I work pretty soon. Take care.